This Tuesday's episode of In the Box, a hockey card show, is going a bit into left field. I really hope you guys are ready for this, because I certainly was not. And of course, we're getting through another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. It's the beginning of a new week and the start of a new episode. Let's get rolling right now. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of In the Box, a hockey card show. On today's episode number 42, we're going to go in a little bit of a different route. So as you can probably tell, I'm in a pretty good mood. With that mood often comes laughter. I want to share that reason for laughter with you. But before I get all into that, do you happen to remember on Sesame Street those kind of like alien looking things with the really big mouths? Yep. Card. Ooh. Card. All right, I'm good. Cool down the giggles because we got another portion to show you. Oh, I'm not even ready for it. So if you are a fan of the show or a frequent watcher of these episodes, and you will know that on Tuesdays I often have some kind of a topic, which of course is always hobby related. Sometimes it's a Facebook post, and sometimes it's just my opinion. But that is not what we are getting into today. Today is going to be something a little different. I think we all could use a little bit of giggles. They do say laughter is the best medicine. And if you are anything like me, you will appreciate these like crazy. Some time ago, a friend of mine, God forbid, I can never remember who it was, posted on his Facebook page some very interesting photos of NHL players. Holy man, was I ever in tears that day. And just yesterday, I had these images flash back in my head out of nowhere. Personally, I think it's probably because of the Friday's Flashback set. That probably did it. So I haven't seen these images in years. What are you getting at? What the heck are you talking about? So the website Bardown.com actually got together and collaborated with Photoshop genius Joey Tang. I'm just thinking about it and it's already making me crack up. And this genius took current NHL players and put them in a more vintage style of card and look. For any of you that have not seen this, oh, you're in for a treat. So let's get into this segment of what would today's NHL players look like with a throwback flow. Here we go. So first up on the list, of course, Alexander Ovechkin. Oh my gosh. Now that, of course, as you can tell, is a classic card design from the 70s. Go to the next one. By the way, I absolutely love these things, okay? I absolutely love them. Maple Leaf fans! Austin Matthews! I sometimes wonder if any of these players have actually seen these and what they thought. Next! Brad Marchand. You know what his facial expression says to me? He's a spy. Like a very suave spy. I'm telling you, this guy is absolutely awesome. He's got Photoshop skills. This one reminds me of Simon and Garfunkel. Brent Burns and Joe Thornton. Nice touch. All right. I'm trying to get through these relatively quickly because there's a nice little bunch of them. Here we go. Canadian fans, let's go. Carey Price. It reminds me of Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man. I really hope you guys are enjoying these because I'm having a hard time not giggling. Now, we all know as hobbyists that this next guy is one of the most sought after. Look at that hair. Ain't that something? Mustache. Now, I will admit, I really actually like that design. So that it works. It works. I think I got the majority of my laughter out on this one because when I initially saw it, I was crying. Drew Doughty. Oh my gosh. What I would give to actually have this set printed. One of the best hairstyles in this series. Eric Carlson. Have you seen anything as epic as that in your life? Evgeny Malkin. Woo! Okay, we're good. You ready? Got a few more to go. All right, if Henrik Lundqvist does not remind you a little bit of Tom Selleck, like Magnum P.I. in this photo, I don't know what does. I still remember the theme to that show. Epic. John Tavares. This one's not so bad. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we had some pretty good whoppers there. He's in the set, so there he is. I'll try and center myself a little bit here because this next one is one of my favorites for two reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Marner. Can't. All right, let's check out a Winnipeg Jet now. Patrick Laine. But it looks like a comb over. I think it's the haircut. But this reminds me of G.I. Joe. Mr. Phil Kessel. Don't even try to convince me that this guy didn't do a spectacular job. I wish I could do stuff like this. After each image, I almost have to just kind of like... Although no longer in the league, but still qualifies for this card set. Love him or hate him. PK Subban. Oh man, doesn't it remind you of like disco? You know, the disco funk days? Two things about this next one is, first of all, he looks way too serious. But also looks like he could be a villain in like an old-time superhero show. Mr. Roberto Luongo. Don't tell me that you can't place some kind of an evil voice to that look. This next one, I think, merges two great NHL players. Sidney Crosby. And what's that hair remind you of? Yager. I think that's what they did. I think that's what he did. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like he took a picture of Yager and just plastered Crosby's face on it. Yager and that hair. That mullet. Oh, it was epic, wasn't it? That's how I remember him. And likely the most sinister looking card of them all in this series. Oh, Steven Stamkos. Wow. Look at that look. And last, but certainly not least, we end off this segment with a fantabulous player and an even better haircut. Mr. Taylor Hall. Was that considered the mushroom cut back in the day? That was still around in the 80s, wasn't it? In the 90s? I can't remember. Hope that you guys got a little bit of a chuckle out of that, because as you obviously know, I certainly did. Now, there were some of those that I'm just seeing pretty much for the first time, because I only saw the first set back a few years ago. I didn't even realize there was a second series. So I just kind of put them all in there together. What a great way to start this episode on a Tuesday. Now that I have cooled off and I'm a little bit more at ease now, we can continue on to our card segment. Where'd I put those? They're around here somewhere. Let me get that card cam turned on. I'll meet you there. Let's go. Let's get ready to rip in. All right, there are the 6 packs we are going to attack on today's card segment. Let's get right into it. Of course, as you know, this comes in from Scott. We've been working on that parcel for a little bit now. Every episode, we get a little bit more done and a little bit more out of that parcel to empty it out so I could get some more. That's the plan. So here we are, pack number 1. Let's check out and see what we've got. Todd Bertuzzi from the extended series. Been getting quite a bit of those. Hoping that I'm going to have that set pretty soon. Nick Schmaltz, Udi Canvas, as I've been calling them on this show. Grubauer rookie from Prism. Have a good chunk of those as well. Mika Zibanejad. Great player. JT Miller from Prism as well. Another rookie there. Pajot from Prism. Such awesome cards. I always liked Prism. Thought it was a really, really cool product. I know I said that in a previous episode, but I'm saying it again. Anders Lee. Another JT Miller again. So, of course, as I keep repeating myself, and another Pajot, any duplicates in my collection does go onto the site that you can find in the beautiful description. And check out what we have there. If you're just bored or want to see what's going on, there's always some kind of a promotion on the site. Also linked up with a Facebook group as well. And we just pretty much jump-started our Instagram once again. So as I mentioned in a previous episode, we used to have a card of the day. Of course, now we're just dimming it down now to the card of the episode. So at the, by the time we figure that out, we get that up on Instagram. Corey Conacher to end that little lot of Prism off. We've got some Parkhurst. This is from the 90s. It's a Parky, and these were actually the parallels. So it looks like we got a couple of these. Parky, I'm trying to see. Oh, it's right there. Pat Peak. Ty Domi, although this, hold on, is this the S? Yeah, so this is the SE edition, which I was reading about these actually, and they were never supposed to come to North America. If I remember, I think that's what I read. They were not supposed to make it to this end of the world, but somehow they did. I wish I could remember that story, but yeah. So that's the SE edition of Parkhurst, which wasn't a Parky, by the way. This one, however, is, as you can see, it says Parky on the side here. So that is a parallel to the SE version of the set. Eurostars. I really, really liked this subset. I don't know what it was. It was just like, you probably, well, Tim, it's because there's dark on it. No, that's not necessarily it. You have a good eye, though, considering I just pointed it out for you. But I actually really liked this subset. And I like the logo as well. The Eurostars look pretty nice. Very well done. Very well done. I have a pretty good chunk of these, if not the entire set. So, Numanen. Who do we have first there? Oh, Lume. And then Samuelson. I have one more behind that. No, we don't. But it is another Parkhurst. Trevor Kidd. Parkey. Adam Deadmarsh. Grab two there. Dykos. So a little bit of some 90s in today's card segment. Ulf Dolan. Chris Osgood. Brad Shaw. Yeah, we got another retro rookie there from Opeachy, and ending it off with Fran Kuz, which we've gotten already on the show. I remember very, very specifically that we did get that. So that's pretty cool. So just a good mix of everything. Like I know I've mentioned things repeatedly, but good mix. Every time I get stuff from Scott, it's always just a really great mix of everything. Which is something I really, really like. So it attacks a lot of areas in my collection all in one bundle, which makes it that much better. Pack number 2. This one's not as thick as this one here, but let's check out and see what we've got. Some Udi portraits, and I not missing many of these ones. I've been checking out some of my checklists lately, and I'm not missing too many of the portraits. I'm down in single digits now. Some Timmies, Kucherov, Barzal, another portrait there. Put that in right there with that guy. Bobby Ryan, the in-action cards. Those are always nice. They had that nice reflective background. Pretty nice insert cards. Missing a lot of the in the action from various years. So hopefully that will help. And another chunk of biography of a season. Now, I'm wondering if there is... No, they're not in order. So I'm just trying to check out the numbers here. They look to be all in the teens, pretty much. There might be a nice good flow here. 11, 12, 13, 14... 60, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, no, there's no 19, there's just two 18s. Okay, so that's not bad, but let's just take a look and see who we got. Carey Price, Stamkos, Bobrovsky, Alfredson, Pavlik, Thomas, Lucic, Crosby. We got two Crosbys. There we go. And a Dubinsky. Holy crap, Dubinsky. I haven't heard that name in ages. Oh, I don't mind this set. The way this set looks, biography of a season. Very, very nice. I know some of the ones I showcased on the show before are really cut like bad. Really bad. That one's actually not so bad. That one's actually pretty decent. We got Taylor Hall, who was also showcased in our segment there. Better not start thinking of those. I'll start cracking up again. Taylor Hall and Quinn Hughes. Another Udi portraits. Mark Scheifele. Every day I'm Scheifeling. And ending it off with Kachuk. Some pretty awesome names in that stack there. We are already on pack number 3 of 6. Already halfway in. Okay. Let's check her out. As I mentioned in an episode before, as they say, on Letterkenny, pitter patter, let's get at her. I like that saying. Parkhurst. This is the red variation, as you can see on the bar there is red, so that's going to help out with my red variation, because I have some, but far off from completing that subset. Jake Allen, some more Parkhurst, NHL Centennial Salute, Mr. Brett Hull, Robert Thomas, Parkhurst rookies. I never understood the whole point of these. Like, why put preview? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm like, why? Why? Yeah. And I think somebody tried to. I think somebody had a bunch of these. They were like, "Oh, do you need those? Do you need those?" I'm like, I don't think so. But probably might have more coming in. Evgeny Malkin, red. Parkhurst. Halak. The Centennial Salute. Another Parkhurst red, but this is from a different year. This is from 17-18, as opposed to the other ones were 16-17. 16-17. Second guessing myself there. Marc-Andre Fleury. And, oh, look at that. Ehlers. We've had him on the show. Well, frick. How many of these guys have we had on the show? Technically none, but we've showcased their cards. Let's look at it that way. Jared McCann, Platinum, ton of these I know on the show, so I'm not going to showcase these too heavily. This is the Rainbow Variation, which, of course, I'm still working on those ones. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the Red Variation. Vertanen, Gauntz, Hutton, Shinkara, yeah, and Gauntz again. And a couple more Reds, Krug and Palat. All right, we are already on pack number 4. Ooh, itchy. Pack number 4. Here we go. I'm like, I can't really see, but sometimes when I see the edge, like the sides here, sometimes it's like, ooh, what is that? What is that? It's in there, right? So I'm always kind of excited to get to it. Rafi Torres, Bowman Young Stars, rookie. And we got a SP Premier of Brett Hull. In a previous episode, we had one of these, but it was the die cut version. So that was, so the set on its own, like this set by itself is really nice. Like, I really like the design that they put, like where it has that, I don't know what you would even call that, kind of a fading, I don't even know. I don't know a lot of terminology when it comes to like graphic design and stuff, but I really like how they had that effect around the photo here. So that's pretty cool. And then of course the writing here is embossed. That's pretty awesome. So it was a pretty nice looking set. The backs were pretty nice as well. And there was only 30 in the set, which was easy enough to obtain, I suppose. But very, very nice set. What is from the early 90s, mid 90s? I'm trying to see here. So we're looking at like a 95-ish, 95, 96. Is what I'm taking a guess at. Some Udi portraits. Stuart Skinner. We got looks like we got a nice little chunk there. Khrushchev, Ingram. So yeah, I'm not missing much of these ones. Is it these ones I'm missing one? Recently I checked the checklist. I'm like, oh, I'm only missing one. I think it was number 17 or 14 or something. It wasn't a high number by any means. And these are all pretty high. So likely none of those are needed in the collection. But I'll take them. I'll take them in. Not a problem. Somebody may need them in their collection. Who knows? Okay, so we got some rookies here. These will likely help because I did mention I have this entire base set, 17-18 CHL, but I didn't have a lot of the rookies and stuff like that. So let's take a look and see. We got Jenkins Stewart. Man, that's a long name. That's a long name. How do you fit all that on a jersey? I'd love to see the back of his jersey. Wow, that's a long name. Holmes, Morgan, Bitten, Malik, Sasunov, Henman, Schwind. I'm taking a guess on that one. Ducharme. Oh, and that's the end of them. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to. I do have a checklist for those. So hopefully I need the majority of those. That would be great. Authentic moments. Those are pretty cool. They're high number cards. I know we've gotten before, and I've mentioned that before. So I don't consider these inserts by any means, but some people do, because my understanding is some high numbers in certain releases are kind of like harder to get. You don't get them as often as you would a base card, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to get them. MVP, these were pretty neat cards. The draw your own card. And I have a good chunk of these. The set is much bigger than I thought it was when I was actually, putting everything together, and I came across these. And I was thinking, it's going to be, I don't know, maybe a 15 card set. Like, I wasn't sure, right? And I looked it up and was like, holy moly! Like, the number was much higher than I ever thought. And some of the images that those that submitted have done are actually, some of them are really good, right? Some of them are really good. And it's nice to see the ones that you can tell kids did, right? So it's kind of cool too. So that was a pretty cool concept that Upper Deck did there. And ending it off with Mr. Yager, Authentic Moments. All right, guys. Pack number 5. Looks like we got some more Prism. Yep. Every time I think of the word Prism, and this is completely unrelated. Like, completely unrelated. One of my better friends and I and my brother, right? We used to play Unreal Tournament on PC back in the day, right? I'm not a very big gamer by any means, but I thoroughly enjoyed Unreal Tournament. And they always had the one character called Prism, and I always remember the voiceover actor that was saying the names. Whenever you're going through the players, he would say the names like, Orcum, and every time he'd get the Prism, it'd be Prism, just the way he would say it, right? So then when I see Prism, I think I hear that voice in my head. It's stuck there. It's been there since, oh my gosh, how long ago was that? Unreal Tournament. Holy moly, that's a long time ago. So, as I said, completely unrelated, but I thought I would share it with you guys anyways. Some more Grubauer here. Prism. Tom Wilson. I think a good chunk of these will make it to the site, because a lot of these I'm noticing are duplicates, and I know that I have quite a bit already in my collection. So hopefully, if it's useful to anyone out there, you can click on over to the website, check things out. Raquel. Oh, there we go. We got something a little different. Some select rookie. I'm really liking the one behind it. Bacchus, which is the rainbow variation. That's pretty neat. A lot of those variations, man, they're hard to put together. Yeah, you get a bunch of them when you get boxes and stuff. Probably like some parallels come in like one per pack and stuff like that. But trying to put that set together, it's still pretty difficult. So we got some Timmy's standouts. Looks like it's a good chunk of some McDavid. There we have it. And this is one big penny sleeve. Is it all the same guy? Is it all Pettersson? It looks to be. Okay. There we have it. And ending this pack off with a Lindros Premier Pivot, which we did get in a previous episode because I believe I spoke about this card already. So that's another one that's a duplicato. And we've got our last pack right here in my hands. We've got, I don't know, doesn't look like too many, but they're all in top loaders. So let's just take a quick look and see. Take a quick look and see what we have got in here. Okay, first one, Tanner Pearson, Sign of the Times. Autograph. What year is this one? 1718. I don't have very many from that year. Just looking at this design, I could just tell. But not much of an autograph. But cool thing is, it is hard signed. It's not a sticker or anything, and I know a lot of collectors out there, they prefer that, of course. To which I can completely understand. But even then, I'm not terribly fussy. So I'm a pretty easygoing guy. And we've got some Crown Royale from Specific. Peter Bondra. That's freaking nice. There isn't too many Pacific Trading Card releases. Like, a lot of their inserts, I think, are really, really well done. Really nice. It's too bad they went under and they're no longer with us. But this jersey card in particular, out of 761 copies, the back is very, very plain in my in my way of looking at it. But it's not horrible. But the front is really well done. I'm really liking how they have that faded image of him in the background there. And then his image here just pops. Nice piece of jersey on there. That's freaking nice. Very nice, very nice. Next up, we have got Ryan Miller, the Specialists. It's from Power Play. And these jersey cards, for me, they pop up from time to time. Not too often, but from time to time. So, you know, I think the older some cards get, the more I start to see them much later on, right? That's my observation. This one here's from 2006, 2007, so it's older. It's older, which is fine. It's certainly needed, and it's actually in pretty good condition. Some of these jersey cards I get, especially from Power Play, a lot of them, they're not always in the greatest condition, and I kind of chalk that up to possibly because of the age, right? They've probably been traded off and bought and sold and so many times, and over time, you know, going from one person to the next, whatever, it's over time it takes a toll on the condition of the card. So this one actually is in pretty decent shape. Next up, we have got Vincent Lecavalier. These rarely come up. I think we've probably had one other one, I think, on the series so far. And we're what, 40? We're over 40 in. So, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I only, right now, I'm only thinking of one card that I believe we opened on this show from this particular set. So Team Essentials is a playmaker. That's hence the P right there. It's an early Upper Deck release jersey card, which these are difficult. These are difficult to find. Like, even when I worked at the card shop, as I mentioned in the first episode, I don't even think they had that many, really, at a card shop. You know, you'd think they'd have like a ton of different stuff from different years and all that kind. But yeah, I don't recall them having a bunch of these specific jersey cards from that year. So I want to say 2003, 2004. That's what I'm going to aim at. And last is Hot Rookies of Jared Cohen autograph. These come in from time to time. And of course, now I got another one. So this one's actually in really nice condition. Yeah, just looking at it, really nice, really well kept. That's pretty cool. As I said, like, you know, there's just some cards, when I get them, it's like, they got a bit of wear from trading and transporting back and forth from one owner to the next and stuff. And I don't know, this might be your last stop here, Cohen. Might just be your last stop. So, as we all know, we have got a card of the episode to showcase. And I think we know exactly what pile that's coming out of. Definitely. So, I don't think it's going to be a big shock to you guys by any means, but let's just get to it right now. So, the runner-up, I don't mind doing the runner-up. I think sometimes it's thrown some people off, I think. The runner-up is the Tanner Pearson autograph card. I think that this card is really, really nice. The design in itself is really nice. It's clean, and the autograph sticks out a little bit because of that nice white, and the grayish SP Authentic in the background, that faded logo there. It looks nice. It looks nice. The autograph could have been a little bigger, as we all know how I feel about that. But nonetheless, it is a hard-signed copy, and it is going to fit well into this collection. And that is the runner-up for today. And I don't think you guys are going to have to scratch your heads too hard. I think you guys know. Card of the episode, Mr. Peter Bondra. This card is really, really awesome. Really awesome. I love the way that they made the border. And I made sure not to mention that when I first saw the card, because I wanted to kind of point it out for the card of the episode. So I like the fact that they just didn't put it all white, and they didn't just put it all gold here. They actually, look at that. You don't see that too often. That's just, I don't know. It just brings it out even more. And as I did mention before, the faded photo in the background, that just adds a really nice touch. And I think if this was an upper deck release, I think it's a safe bet that there would likely be no foil, and the border would be white, and there may not be an image in the background, but the piece of the jersey would probably be a little bigger. I would assume. That's my assumption. But alas, that's not the case, and this is what we've got, and that is why this one has made it to be the card of the episode. So this Tuesday was a tad different than the norm, which isn't always a bad thing. A little change sometimes is good. Since it is just the beginning of the week, I thought I would go easy on you guys and do a shortened episode, so you're not too overwhelmed. You can't please everyone, but I've gotten different responses from two different sides. Your episodes are almost an hour, man. I'm in for 20 minutes tops. What? Why is it only 40 minutes? Why can't you be making an hour and a half videos, man? I love this stuff. Make it longer. Make more. Whether it be 30 minutes or over an hour, I am very, very thankful for every one of you that check out the show. If you haven't already, don't be shy. You can go ahead. You can subscribe. You know what would be really cool if we got enough subscribers? We could have giveaways. I got all kinds of stuff. Like lip balm. This overdramatic tear looking thing. Scented candles. Where the heck does this come from? More lip balm. A used back scratcher. Over 400 decoys. Used team bags. Well, it beats used bandages. Oven mitts. All right, fine, it'll be something card related. If you are a subscriber and you hit that beautiful notifications button, you will get a dinger on Friday when our next video drops. I love Friday episodes. But until then, just remember that collecting does not have to break the bank. So until next time, just keep building that amazing collection. Stay safe and take care. We'll see ya. Go to the next one.